Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Wellness Wednesday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. with Motivation Monday, Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and of course it's not the Good Life Friday. It is Freedom Friday because we are freeing ourselves. We are freeing our mind. We are having new beginnings. We had a shift. We had transformation. It is the Good Life, y'all. I'm really excited. If you'd like to follow us on all of our social media platforms, please do that at TGL Radio Show, at TGL Radio Show. If you want to see what goes on right here in studio, we are live on Instagram and Facebook. That is at TGL Radio Show. Please share the shows. It's the most underutilized button in the world. All you gotta do is share. Sharing is caring. Share some more. So we are here on Wellness Wednesday, and of course we have been discussing new beginnings. We talked about it on Monday with regard to, getting an idea of exactly what new beginning was. We had Pierre, I'm sorry, we had CAD printing. Girl, you got Pierre on my mind because we talked about him before the show. We had CAD printing here with John Williamson. I was really excited because he's our brand new partner. We're going to have the Good Life t-shirts coming out soon. They will be online at TGL Radio Show, tglradioshow.com. So I'm really excited about that new venture. Yesterday we talked about new beginnings, but Henry Bolden at the end of Monday's show brought up a very wonderful kind of just, a little tidbit. And I was like, you know what? You're right, Henry. You're right. That's why I keep you around. But he was saying that for a new beginning, you have to have closure of whatever, season that you were in. And so we talked about that a little bit yesterday with Henry Jolly, our our resident therapist, and Dr. Tammy Wilborn. So we want to thank them for yesterday's show. It was an amazing show. If you want to go back and see it, you can go see it on Instagram and Facebook. Or actually, Instagram only keeps it for 24 hours, so you got to be quick on the ball on Instagram. But you can go see it on Facebook. It is on Facebook Live. Share. So we are here on Wellness Wednesday, and I have one of my favorite new co-hosts. I can't say favorite because everybody's my favorite, but girl, you're one of my favorites. We have one of my favorite new co-hosts. Her name is Havilah Malone. If you don't know her, you need to know her. She is a #1 best-selling writer. She is an inspirational speaker. She is an inspiration to me personally, and she just lights up a room. I met her at an event, and she just kind of became my soul sister. Yay. And so I reeled her in for this. She really didn't, have an option, sort of. I mean, of course, you always have an option, but, this is a new beginning for us, so I want to introduce everyone to her. She will be here the second Wednesday of every month. She's here the first because she will be out of town next week, but I did want her to introduce to everyone. But she will be here the second Wednesday of every month for her own segment. We have to have a little something for it. We're gonna call it something, but we're gonna figure that out. Yes. So I'm really excited to have her here. So I just would like her to be able to introduce yourself to the audience so they can get an idea of who you are. It's brand new beginning right here at The Good Life. Yes.
Great morning.
Yes.
I am so excited to be here and be a part of this show. I am in love with you.
You're my soul sister.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Good energy, good
stars
vibes
that came
and aligned.
Exactly.
I'm about to make magic. They just don't know, y'all. We got all kind of stuff in the works for y'all.
Yes.
Girl takeover. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Things. Yeah, but I am a native of right here in the New Orleans area. Graduated from UNO when I was 19 years old. Had degrees in dramatic arts, communication.
That's young. You were doing your thing, huh, girl?
Yeah, I was like, look, I have things to do, places to go, things to accomplish within my life. Let's go.
I love it. I love it.
Let's go. And then so on to manage about $160 million business for one of the largest computer manufacturers in the world when I was 21 years old.
That's what's
and
up.
Then also was their spokesperson on the Home Shopping Network and QVC and on many television stations. So I had a huge background in business as well as in television. And I kind of came to a point in my life where I took a crash. And after being on this particular path for about 10 years, our entire organization got laid off. We're trying to figure out, okay, what next? Beautiful thing was, even though what a wonderful opportunity it was, a great company that I worked for, I was not happy. I was not fulfilling my purpose in life. I was not utilizing my gifts to their fullest, and I was living a mediocre life, even though on the outside looking in,
it looked like the good life.
Right. It looked like
How many
the
of us
good
are doing
life.
that right now listening? Yes.
Yes. So it really gave me an opportunity to like come to that fork in the road of what do you really want for your life? What do you really, really want? And so I took about a 2-year period and just delved into self-development and tried to figure out who is Havilah? Havilah has become all of these things because she's bent and contorted herself to fit everybody else's image of who she should be.
Speak to me, yes.
But it's like, who really are you?
Right. Who really are you?
Yes. And so I started working with Tony Robbins. Had him as one of my mentors.
That's amazing.
Yes, that was such
That's
a
next
blessing and amazing opportunity.
Just Tony Robbins.
Right, just Tony. Just Tony. And I tell you, it's a transformative mindset when you get into that type of environment with those high-level thinkers, and just to really be able to expand. Because if all you know is your backyard, the people who you've been surrounded with from the time that you were, young growing up, then you have a very limited view of the world and possibilities.
Ooh, and possibilities. What encouraged you to start that new beginning? Because you were working, you said it was a 10-year thing. What, was there a moment, was there, an action that kind of like put you off kilter? Like, what was it for you that was like, okay, now I'm going to put the past behind me and I'm going to walk into my new beginning? Absolutely. Like, what was that for you?
It started with the layoff. It started with that, and it was like, okay, now what's next? Now where do I go? What do I do? Because I can go back, because I'd been offered another job to be able to just move to California doing similar things that I was doing before, but then it was just like, but I'm not happy. So why keep walking the same path when I'm not happy? Right. And so I decided, you know what, no, let me step back for a minute. Let me take a break and figure out what I really want. And so that
What do you mean? Like, we can do that?
Yeah.
What do you,
it's
like?
A must.
We can do that? I can take a step back and say, what makes Eileen happy? The listeners out there can take a step back and say, what makes them happy? But aren't I being selfish? Like, would that make me selfish, trying to figure out what makes me happy? Don't I have to conform to what everybody wants? Don't I have to, be everything to everybody? Don't I have to take their nonsense when they don't do what they say that they're going to do? I'm just supposed... I can be.
There's
I can
so
be me.
many
what are you talking about?
socially conditioned ways of thinking that says I have to make everybody else happy. I have to fall in alignment with the world's vision of who I should be and what I should do with my life.
Wow.
As opposed to the more dynamic thinking that says we're all creators. We've all been given a gift. I will use my gift to its fullest, being individually who I am, and I can contribute to you in your growth by being the best me that I can be. There's a quote by Howard Thurman, and he says, what the world needs, like people ask, like, what does the world need? And what the world needs is more people who've come alive. More people who are sharing their jewels.
Wow.
Because then that will light everybody else up. Like, we all have an individual note to play.
Yes.
And when we play our note, not me trying to play your note.
Right.
Not me trying to play my mama's note. Not me trying to play, what my teacher said, the note I should play, or my boss said the note I should play. But when I play my note, then we actually create this beautiful symphony called life. And things are in harmony. You come and you have things that then I come around you and your energy and your skills, and I'm just like, wow, like this is amazing. And it lights me up to go down my path.
Yes.
Not yours, mine.
Ooh, not yours, mine. But people do get caught up in that, where they think that, they're having a conversation with someone and then they become on that person's path. But, and then, but they make those mistakes. It becomes a mistake. I'm listening to you, because everyone they meet, they then attach themselves and they're on everyone else's. And I'm looking at your face, and I wish the people who are watching, the listeners out there, I know you can't see her, but those on, Facebook and Instagram who are watching us live, her face when I said that. Yeah, everyone you meet, you're conforming to them. And you're giving a little piece of yourself. So who are you anymore?
It's like people are supposed to serve as your role model. A role model, not who you then become.
Wow.
So you just use that as a blueprint to what is possible and to get you down your path. But then you will have to go and walk a path that has been uncharted because it's yours.
And that's your new beginning.
Yes.
That's new. But so many times it's hard for people to walk down that path because it's the unknown. The scariest thing is the unknown.
Yes,
The scariest thing is it's unknown. It is the scariest thing in the world. This pain, right here is comfortable. I've been living, being this type of person for so long. I'm comfortable with it. I know what the repercussions are living this way. I may be pushing people away. I may be hurting people. I may be doing this, that, and the other. I may be self-sabotaging. I may be living in, procrastination, but I'm comfortable with it because I know what that leads to because I've hit that wall and I'm comfortable hitting that wall. If I have to walk into this new beginning, that's not comfortable. I don't know what's on the other side. And I'd rather keep hitting this wall than walk there with uncertainty. Uncertainty is so uncomfortable.
And people fear it. There's people who fear failure and people who fear success. Like, I know what this feels like.
Right.
Even people who are in, like, abusive relationships.
Yeah.
I know what this is.
Yeah.
I know how to deal with it. I don't like it,
right.
but I know what this is.
Right, been there, done that, right?
But I continue down this path because I know it.
It's comfortable.
Yes.
Right.
It reminds me, we were in, actually was to go to Business Mastery, which is a course that Tony Robbins offers. We had gone to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
In Vegas, they have the tallest hotel, which is the Stratosphere. Mm-hmm. And at the top of this hotel, there's something called a sky jump. And you literally jump off the hotel. You're right? Like, hold on. Why would you jump
Did you do it?
I certainly did.
Oh, my gosh.
But here's the thing.
You lived.
At first,
I'm glad.
I was so excited about, doing this. And I was just like, oh, my God, I'm going to do this, superwoman dive off the top of this hotel. And I was just like, oh, it's going to be so awesome. So they suit you up. They put you in the little, jumper outfit or whatever for the jump. They put all the harnesses on you. They bring you up, the elevator. And you're like, okay, you're getting ready. They're prepping you, telling you, what the experience is going to be like, what you need to do, all this good stuff. They walk you out onto the edge. And you're sitting there, and they're rechecking your harnesses, checking everything. And the gentleman said, here's the thing. When I'm going to count down, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1. He was like, don't think, just jump.
Oh, my God.
And I was just like, okay. Now, I'm standing out because it's at nighttime.
Girl.
So I'm looking over the skyline of Vegas, all these beautiful lights. You see these hotels. You can see you're above everything else. And then I also look down. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Don't look down.
Right,
Don't
exactly.
look down.
And I tell you, it took everything inside of me. Because when he said 3, 2, 1, so many thoughts ran through my head at that same time. Like, are you insane? Why would you jump off a perfectly good building? That feeling inside, that butterfly, that gut, survival mode. Don't do this. But this other thing kicked in. It was just like, you have to do this. Because see, one thing Tony used to always tell us, if anything that you feel like you can't do, you must. Because it has control of you. And you have to get control of it. And so he said 3, 2, 1. And I was just like, oh, bleep.
Right.
Just jump.
Right.
And I stepped off of that edge. And in that moment of stepping off of that edge and starting to free fall, it was the most amazing feeling I have ever felt in my life. If you could describe in words or in actions what freedom feels like, it's that. And it brought so many realizations to me that I have been so afraid and so scared of taking this step. But yet what was on the other side of that step was literally freedom.
That's our favorite
It was
word.
amazing. And so I was like, this is happening in life. Like, this parallels to life, that I don't know what's going to happen once I step off this ledge. I don't know if my harnesses is going to break apart, or, if I'm going to land safely, on the ground. Is this going to be a success? Is it going to be a failure? I don't know. So I just never take the step. That's what we do in life so much, as opposed to just jump. Just jump.
And it applies to so many different areas of our lives.
Yes.
Literally, it applies to so many different areas of our lives. What if we just jump into our new beginnings? What if we jump into our new beginnings, and what if we were a little bit honest with ourselves of what we're going through, what we're dealing with, so that we can, like you said, you have those closures, and you're walking into that fear as you're doing it, but you have to acknowledge that you have those fears. And then you're like, and it's okay. You embrace them, but you still jumped. You still took the chance and jumped off that ledge. And look at you here today. And I'm sure, like you said, it was freeing. It was like, what was it, a release? Did you leave stuff? I want to ask, what did you leave up there?
It was for me, what I ended up leaving on that precipice, on that ledge, was a fear that I had of doing new things. I left that fear up there, because how you do anything, T.R. Becker says, is how you do anything is how you do everything.
Wow.
So where you have a breakthrough in one area of your life, because we are a whole being, it will affect every area of your life. So where you had a breakthrough in your business may also cause some relief in your relationships. Where you had a breakthrough in your health will also cause some relief or some forward movement, in your career. All of those things are connected to each other. So I started taking more risk in other areas of my life and stepping out and doing more things because I took the step. That step in that area of my life corresponded into other areas of my life.
Wow.
It was amazing.
So you really saw the transformation of your entire life taking place after that.
And let me tell you something. And we're in the society, like this microwave society, if we want a quick fix.
I want it now.
Now. I want it, and I want it right now.
Right now.
And here's the thing, transformation, it takes time. Change can happen in an instant, but when you're going to see those larger changes in yourself, like the person who's sitting here before you today is not the same person who would have been sitting here 3 years ago.
Right.
I'm not the same person anymore.
But you are you are the end result of making a decision 3 years ago to be somebody different and to start a new beginning.
Yes.
And that's what I want someone to understand. She is the product of a decision that she made 3 years ago, even though you're not that person 3 years ago.
Exactly.
But that decision changed everything.
The decision, oh my goodness, I just posted that on Instagram.
Did you? Girl,
yes!
I didn't even know.
I just posted that on Instagram. It was like, the decision you made, I am a result of the decisions I made yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Once we decide, you know what, I want more from my life. I want a better job. I'm tired of settling and just waking up every day and not being happy and just going there and spending 8 hours. There was a poll by Gallup that says 70% of Americans hate their jobs. 70% hate it. So you wake up every day, 5 days a week, to go to work 8 hours plus a day. That's the majority of your life you're spending doing something that you cannot stand.
But here's the clincher. And you know this, but miserable people generally make other people miserable. So if you have 70% of the population who is miserable, they are, in essence, making the rest of us miserable.
That's the energy
and
they're
so
sending out.
Yes, so you have to protect yourself from that. And that's also a new beginning. Seeing those people out there that aren't bringing joy into your life, who aren't being positive, aren't doing, just a different type of level of thinking. Have a new beginning in that mindset. The decision you make today to break from those situations is going to create, it could be a difference in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes.
You're looking at it like it can be a difference in 2 or 3 weeks if we take that jump. Like, I'm not going to do it anymore. I remember when I was going through my depression after Katrina and my divorce, I was like, I think when you go through tough situations like that, everything kind of comes up at the same time, and it's like, what do you want to deal with? And I'm just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired of being sad. So what am I going to do differently so I can be a better mother, so I can, take care of my child, so I can, take care of my responsibilities, bills, or whatever else, so I can build a better life for us. What am I going to do? And so I had to make changes. But if I hadn't made those changes back then, where would I have been today? If I haven't decided, to take the jump when they asked me about, do I want a radio show on Friday, starting on Monday, I had no title, no nothing. Where would I be today if I said no? But I'm here because I took a jump and I made a decision. And I'm growing on air. I am by no means perfect, but I do the best that I can do each and every day. And I don't have any shame. You can't shame me. I don't care what I said yesterday, 2 days ago, or last week. You can't shame me because, actually, I want to pull this up.
Because you're doing it.
Girl, because I'm
doing it. You know how many
it.
people talk about what they want to do or what they want to accomplish, and that's wonderful to be able to talk about it, but it's the execution and the follow-up that actually creates the result. So there's plenty of great ideas that are swirling around the world, but it's those who actually take the action. So no matter, even if you fail your way to the top,
right,
you'll get there.
Exactly. And so I saw this quote, and it's not really about necessarily a new beginning, but I do believe sometimes new beginnings are made with apologies. Apologies. It is. It's a release in so many ways. And so, everybody thinks that you need to make an apology. But so many times we are over apologizing for things that we don't need to apologize for anymore. And, people make you feel bad about something, so you should apologize. And so I had a list. I found this and I posted it today of things that you don't need to apologize for.
Yes.
I do not need to apologize for this. And you can have your opinion, but I don't really care. But I don't need to apologize for this. Number one, you don't need to apologize for loving someone. If you love them, you don't need somebody else to say, approve of me loving someone. If I love them, I love them. It is what it is. Our
essence and nature is that of love. We should be loving each other.
Right.
Yes.
And these are things you do not need to apologize for, because everybody's always say give an apology. Well, this is something you don't have to. Number one was loving someone. Number two was saying no. I do not have to apologize for saying no. Look, no. I don't have to apologize, and neither do you. Like, if I don't want to, I don't want to. The answer is no. And I'm comfortable with that. I had not always been comfortable with that.
Same here.
Because I exerted myself just making sure.
Trying to please everybody else.
I remember when my weekends weren't even my weekends because I did stuff for everybody else. And I'm like, what? I work all week. Like, I should be able to enjoy my weekend taking care of everybody else. So things you don't need to apologize for. One, loving someone. Two, saying no. Number three, following your dream. Have a look. I know there were naysayers. I'm sure there were. Of course.
And especially the people who are closest to you. Yes. Because, again, when you start to make changes in your life, that also changes the dynamic of the relationships with the people who are around you.
Yes.
And so because the one thing that is inevitable is change, but then the one thing that people don't want to do is change. So when you start to change, that means it's changing up the lives of the people who surround you, and that becomes uncomfortable for them. So they're like, no, I know you like this, and I want you to stay like this.
Right.
I don't want you to grow or change. Unconsciously, or intellectually, they'll say, yes, I want you to grow and be happy and pursue your dreams. But then when it comes down to the reality
until they start sipping on that haterade, and they're like, wait,
you're
doing too much. Nah, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. I said this because I was comfortable with that. You can't go next level.
I was comfortable with the thought of your changing.
Yes.
Not what you're actually changing.
Right, exactly. Nuh-uh, you can't do that.
Right.
No,
so even with that, it's like you have got to surround and protect yourself. So you surround yourself with people who are going to encourage your growth, encourage your dreams.
Yes.
And sometimes you do have to for everybody else, you'll just see the results.
Right.
We can't have a conversation about this because I'm not going to apologize for being great and for following my dreams.
I am not going to apologize for following my dream. I told you to get on the train. I told you where I was going. I just whatever. So you don't apologize for loving someone, saying no, following your dreams, taking me time. Don't apologize for taking. Look at Evelyn's face. You do not need to apologize for taking time for yourself.
No.
And that kind of goes along with saying no, but it doesn't have to. But if you're doing something like, I was trying to call you and your phone was on silent. Because I was taking care of myself. When somebody wants you to do something and you want to have a spa day in your house, do your nails, soak in the tub, whatever it is, I was taking care of me. I'm not readily available. I don't have to be
connected to this device. I literally would never turn it off. It would be next to me in my bed at night. It wouldn't matter if people called me at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I would. Because we become programmed to respond to this. Messages come through, I got to respond immediately.
Right.
And then I got to the point because my sleep pattern was so off And because I was getting very little sleep, and the sleep that I was getting very broken up.
Right.
And I was just like, no, I have to be able to give to me, because I only have this one body.
Yes.
We are mind, body, soul. Like, I only have this one body.
Right.
And I have to be able to replenish it with the proper amount of rest.
Yes.
The proper amount of filling my cup up with the things that bring me joy. Because then I can bring joy to you in your world if I have joy within me to bring.
Because who's going to feel it?
Exactly.
Seriously, who else going to feel it?
Exactly. So I literally, and it was hard for me to like turn this thing off at nighttime. Like, it was literally like the first night.
Like your arm, you're missing it.
Yes. The first night I kept like looking over at it. I was just like, because I felt like I was in this mentality. I'm gonna miss something. I'm gonna miss something. It's gonna be important. And I was like, you know what?
They gonna miss me.
What happened? I know that's right. I was like, what would happen?
Miss me
if I died today? The world would continue to go on. People would find a way and figure it out, even if I wasn't here.
Wow.
So I will give to me, even when you get on a plane, what do they say when they're going through the emergency briefing? Put the life mask on yourself first. Yes. Then assist other people. So you have to do what fills your cup up first, because then you actually have something to give to other people.
Oh, praise
so
the
now
Lord.
You're not going to get me.
No, you're not.
That phone is good enough.
Good enough. Because we are discussing, starting new beginnings. And so many times people think that you need to apologize for something. And I used to tell, it actually used to be a part of my conversation, be like, I'm sorry, but, or I apologize. Or people are like, why are you apologizing? And I had to realize, I'm like, what am I apologizing for? It just became something that I said. And so here's a list. It's 9 things of things that you do not need to apologize for. 1 was loving someone. 2 was saying no. 3 was following your dream. 4 was taking me time. And 5, your priorities. I don't need to apologize for my priorities. My priorities may be different than your priorities, but I'm not going to apologize anymore for my priorities. And they could be mixed up right now. It could happen, but they're my priorities. And you cannot change them. Now, maybe if you know me and it's constructive criticism and like you're really trying to help me, that's one thing, but it's my priority. And that's probably a growth that I need to go through if it is going to change. But you can't change my priority. You can't do that.
Everybody has been given the gift of life. And you're supposed to go out and use all that was given to you and all of your gifts and talents and use those to the fullest.
Right.
Create and structure a life that is good for you,
yes,
for others,
yes,
and for the environment.
Yes.
And so you have to be able to create your own schedule, your own priorities based on your goals, dreams, and desires for you. Your.
Okay. I was making sure. Sometimes people feel like they need approval or permission to do that. You don't need permission to take care of you. Or if you do, I'm giving it for you today. I'm giving it to you today. You have run with
permission
it.
Granted.
Run with it. Permission granted. Endless, infinite, forever. Number 6, we went through loving someone, saying no, following your dream, taking me time, your priorities. Number 6 is ending a toxic relationship. I don't need to apologize for ending a toxic relationship.
No, indeed.
The end. See you later. Goodbye. And it may have taken you a point, it may have taken you time to get to that point. Everybody has different things that they go through, but I'm not going to apologize for that. People are like, oh, I think y'all are the best. Y'all look so good together. Y'all do this. Y'all work so well together. This is great. No. What I need is not being taken care of, so therefore it's not working. And so you should not have to apologize for leaving a toxic relationship. There's so many times like, oh, stick it out. For what? I am 38 and you are however old you are. And even if you're 89 years old, you could have 10 years left. You could have a week left, but you're going to enjoy that week. Do not get stuck in the muck of toxic relationships. You're like, I've been with them for so many years. And people walk down the aisle because they've been with somebody for so long that, just like you said, it's that uncertainty on the other side that no one else is ever going to be there. Mm-hmm. But you can be lonely in a relationship.
Absolutely.
That's even worse. And if it's toxic, it's abusive. And even if they may not be physically putting their hands on you, if they are emotionally and psychologically abusing you, I get it. It's hard sometimes, but you have to let it go. And I'm not going to apologize for it. Ever.
Ever.
I don't even think I need to go. Ever.
And that's so very true. And here's the thing. Everybody's going to have an opinion. I mean,
yes,
opinions.
Everybody has opinion.
Right. I was like, if we got paid for everybody's opinion,
everybody's opinion,
we would be rich.
Right.
Just beyond.
You can send your donations to Eileen at tglradioshow.com. Thank you very much.
Right.
Appreciate you.
Instead of that opinion, just send a check.
Just send a check. Because your opinion, I really don't care.
And here's the thing. It's like, will you stand in accounting for my life because I accepted your opinion and made that a part of my reality and took action on that? Now, there will be people who, out of a loving place or out of an educated place of, hey, I'm familiar with these type of situations for whatever X, Y, and Z reason, and they come and bring you information. Excellent. Knowledge is a wonderful thing. Right. You know? Right. But we want to have accurate thinking when it comes to decisions we make for our lives.
For whose lives?
For our lives.
Oh, I'm just, okay, just make sure.
Yes. And so, you're going to have a sea of opinions of everybody who's going to tell you go left, go right, go which direction, stop, go, back up, all of that.
But you know what my favorite one is? My favorite one is like people who give their opinion. Number one, you didn't ask for it. And two, you don't know me. You don't know the situation, so your 2 cents, the fact that you're even interested is mind-boggling. Why are you so interested?
Most people are very interested in other people's lives because they're not living their own to the fullest.
Say that one more time. Wait, let me turn the camera back on you. Most people are interested in other people's lives
because they're not living theirs to the fullest. If you are spending your time and your energy fulfilling your goals and dreams, taking your risk, going down your path, you don't have time to be in everybody else's business. You don't have time to follow everybody else's life.
Speaking to my soul right now.
People come to me and ask me, oh, did you hear about so and so? Oh, did you hear about what, this Kardashian is doing? No.
I didn't.
No, because I'm in the process of creating.
Right. Oh my gosh. We have 4 more minutes and we have 3 more left. You do not need to apologize for your imperfections. Girl, how you feel about that? I am perfectly imperfect. Yes. I never said I was perfect. Every time I'm on here and I say something, I usually raise my hand because I'm having the conversation because I've done it before. I have made mistakes. I have, try to grow from them. I make mistakes every single day. Wait, about 6 seconds ago. It happens every day. But I'm not going to apologize for my imperfections. I'm on this road called life, and I'm on this journey. And as long as I'm being a good person, I'm loving, and I think I'm not perfect, but I think with the people that are surrounding me and the love and the response that I get, I'm a pretty nice person. So, I don't have to apologize for any imperfection that I have because God is working on me. And that's the only person that I need to have a connection with and be worried about their opinion. Other than that, like I said, you can't shame. I don't care.
You have to learn.
I have that level of freedom. Yeah. Girl, I have that level of freedom. And you
have to learn how to fall in love with yourself.
Ooh.
You have to fall in love with yourself and all that makes up who you are. Because when you know who you really are and where you come from, then you know that, hey, all of these human imperfections, these little pieces of the puzzle, that's being worked out. But I'm divine.
Yes.
Because I come from a divine being.
Yes, I do.
And that's what lives within me.
Yes, I do.
And all I'm doing is doing an unlearning process. I'm doing a polishing process so that all of that greatness comes out of me. And in the meantime, I appreciate my flaws because they're helping me to become better. Yes. They point out to me what I need to work on or tweak a little bit. Because once I'm in full alignment, mind, body, soul, full alignment, baby, you can't
watch out. This. You can't touch this. And I already know they can't touch you now, y'all. Avalon Malone is next level. So we have 2 more left. I'm really excited about these 2. The first one is standing your ground. You do not need to apologize for standing your ground. Standing your ground. Stand your ground. See right here? This is my lane.
Yes.
I'm going to stay in my lane. You stay in your lane, but I'm going to stay in my ground. Like, Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Beings, as these spiritual beings having this human experience, we all have rights. This is my spot.
Right.
In this place of the universe.
Right.
This is your spot.
Right.
And actually, we're all one anyways.
Yes. Yeah. Technically, yes, we are.
Exactly.
We are.
So you know what? I can be okay with being exactly who I am, where I am in my life, and I'm getting better every day.
every single day. And last but not least, this is probably one of my favorites. There are so many. We were going over things you don't need to apologize for. We're having new beginnings. So many times people think you need to apologize to walk into your new beginning. But I'm going to tell you, there's some things you do not need to apologize for, because I think people play this sympathy game and they just play it too much. And I'm not here for it. I'm not interested. If y'all have been listening to me these last couple of weeks, y'all know I'm clear. I'm not here for it. I don't care. Things you don't need to apologize for. Number 1 is loving someone. Number 2 is saying no. Number 3 is following your dream. Number 4 is taking me time. Number 5 is your priorities. Number 6 is ending a toxic relationship. Number 7 is your imperfections. Number 8 is standing your ground. And number 9 is telling the truth. I do not need to apologize for telling the truth. I will tell the truth all day. I am not one of those people that I'm like, I feel like I need to tell everything. But if there comes a point in time and I'm going to tell you something, I'm telling you the truth. I don't have I think, and somebody said this somewhere, and I don't remember where the quote is. So if you know it, I'm sorry, I don't remember who quoted it. But if you wanted me to have a better story of you, then you should have been a better person. Like, because I'm speaking my truth. If you wanted me to write you in this story with better behavior, then you should have acted better. I don't have to rewrite your story. If you want it written a different way, then you should have done better. I can speak my truth.
Yes.
I'm going to speak my truth. It's my truth. You deal with your truth. But I'm not going to apologize for my truth ever. So I'm not going to bring it back to the good life. I don't need to apologize for my truth. I'm going to let Havilah respond to that before we go into a break. Telling your truth.
Absolutely. I think even the Bible says the truth will set you free.
I forgot that one, but yeah.
It will literally set you free. Because when you have nothing, even Lisa Nichols talks about this, when you have nothing to defend, nothing to hide, nothing to protect, you can be your fullest self. My Angela used to always say, no, I tell people about me and everything that's happened in my life, because you will never have anything to hold over me.
Yes.
Like, you'll never have anything to be able to, make me feel ashamed or make me feel guilty. I'll tell you, I was a prostitute. I was this, I was that. You know, Maya Angelou tells her entire story. So when we can stand in our truth, like, yeah, you know what? I've made some mistakes. I'm growing. I'm getting better. Here's what I've learned. Hopefully this will help you along your journey too, as I'm going and doing my thing.
Yes. Tell
your truth. Be honest.
This is
you need to be honest with yourself first and foremost.
Be honest with yourself first and foremost. This was one of my favorite segments. We are here on Wellness Wednesday. We are opening minds to living differently in the world. This is Miss Havilah Malone. She is one of our brand new co-hosts. She will be here the second Wednesday of every month. She has 2 books out right now, The Amazing Adventures of Oliver Hill and How to Become a Publicity Magnet. Where can they get those books, Havilah?
The books are available on Amazon, so you can go and you can even look up my name, Havilah Malone. That's HAVILAHMALONE, and I'm on all social media.
I am so happy and blessed to have you as a part of the team. I am really so excited. Y'all, it is the good life. We are opening minds to living differently in the world, and we're doing it without freedom. I mean, we're doing it and walking into our freedom. That's just been my word recently. It is just, I feel free. And I am like loving every bit of it, and I would love for you to be able to feel the same way. It is Wellness Wednesday. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Bobbie Clark Alexander from the ATL. She's my life coach and yours. We'll be right back.
Basjons is one of the fastest growing companies in the world because their products work. Their solutions and culture has redefined the health and wellness industry. Science backs their products and statistics back their success. But it's the people who make them successful. And I, Eileen Carter, have joined the Basjons revolution. I've used the products and followed their system, and I'd swear by them. I'm on my journey of transformation and invite you to join me and try Basjons today. Challenge yourself and change your life. Find information and testimonials at thegoodliferadioshow.basjons.com. thegoodliferadioshow.basjons.com. thegoodliferadioshow.isageniX.com. Order yours today.
Do you need to sell your home fast? You should call NOLA Homes Project and join the hundreds of motivated sellers that receive big paychecks for their homes. We're part of a large group of experienced real estate developers who are currently looking for homes in your area. It doesn't matter the reason, inheriting an unwanted property, facing foreclosure, problem tenants, we can make a fair offer on your home within 24 hours, close very quickly, and we buy in its as-is condition. Also, if you ever thought about making money flipping homes right here in the local area, then you should call NOLA Homes Project and join the area's #1 real estate mentoring program. Earn while you learn our system on how to find properties to flip, how to evaluate deals quickly, and how to use other people's money to fund your real estate deals. In fact, if the property looks good for a rehab, we'll put up 100% of the money for your deals. Call NOLA Homes Project today at 504-322-1536, 322-1536, or go to NOLAHomesProject.com.
Small businesses play an important role in society, and L&R Security is no different. L&R Security delivers safety and comfort to our neighborhoods, events, apartment communities, conventions, work sites, festivals, and your business. L&R Security can be reached at 504-943-3191 to ensure the safety of your employees, customers, family, friends, and you. L&R Security has made its mark in the security arena for over 37 years and will faithfully continue that tradition. Call today for your personalized consultation to ensure your security needs are met. L&R Security differentiates itself by creating partnerships with our clients and guards. We are now hiring armed and unarmed guard professionals, retired military, sheriffs, and PD to grow with us and impact our community. Be a part of the change with L&R Security. Call us now at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191.
Attention Orleans property owners. You have until August 15th to visit your assessor about the value of your property. Visit the location nearest your home or file a formal appeal online at www.nolaassessor.com. Please bring documentation such as a recent appraisal, a builder's contract, photos, or insurance coverage of your property to review your assessment. This is a message from Assessor Errol G. Williams.
Come on and roll with the RTA. You asked for more, and now there's new bus shelters for your comfort. 2,000 new bus signs. More information at your fingertips with online and SMS texting, and more ways to buy fares. Go to NORTA.com to explore. From New Orleans East to the Lower Nine, we got you covered. Dirt Town, Uptown, Downtown, to the Algiers Point, and all in between. Rolling for everybody, everywhere. That RTA keeps New Orleans rolling.
You are now listening to the radio station that's keeping it real. WBOK 1230 AM, where it's real talk for real time.
And welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Wellness Wednesday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. with Motivation Monday, Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and of course Freedom Friday. That is where we drop our bags. That is where we free our spirit. We let it out. And so I have a special guest this week. He's been a friend. Actually, you don't forget you met somebody, but I met him when I was 18 or 19. I met him when I was 19, and then, he kind of resurfaced it just, working with WBOK recently. His name is Trey Spadoni. He's an internationally known tattoo artist and artist in his own right. He has, like, all kind of things growing in his life, but, he's been honest. Like, he's like, I used to run that life. He'd be on tour with artists, like, major rappers and stuff, because he does their ink and stuff like that. And so he's like, I lived that life, but, he wanted a family, and he started a new beginning, and he has a whole different life. He has, like, new products. He does all kind of new stuff. So we're really excited that we're going to have him here talking about his story. And here's the clincher, y'all. This is what I said when I met him when I was 19. He did my first tattoo when I was 19. So this tattoo is 20-some. It's old. I'm just leaving it. It's old. It's 17 years old, something like that. It's old. And so after the show on Friday, he is going to redo my tattoo live on Facebook.
Wow.
Yes. Well, it's little. It's the size. It's not all big. I'm slightly scary, but I do have 2 tattoos. It's the size of like a dime. It's a yin yang.
Oh, and like a sleeve.
Yeah, no, it's a yin yang, because I got a yin yang because it created balance, and I wanted balance in my heart. So that was the reason of my tattoo. But nonetheless, it will be redone, and he's going to do some 3D design on it. So I'm really excited. But that will be live on Facebook on Friday right after this show. So if you're interested in seeing, Trey do his artwork on me, you can watch us live on Facebook. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So it'll be something fun. It's a new week. It's a new beginnings. I'm feeling excited. I do want to announce that we are going to be having a bicycle club. The owners of the bicycle club, NOLA Cycles, they couldn't make it today, unfortunately, to announce it today. They had a new inventory of bikes that came in late, so they had to be there for the shipment. But we do have a brand new bike club coming up, and so we will announce it next Wednesday. But I want to let you know that it's going to happen. It's with NOLA Cycles. You know those, and Havilah, I'm going to have to get you to come. You know those bicycles that have like the neon lights? Yes! So once a month we're going to do that, and so I think it'll be really fun. It's a little exercise, but it's fun as well. So we'll take a bike tour once a month. Yeah, at night. We will have the Good Life Presents. Yes.
Ooh, that'd be so much fun.
So we're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm just really excited. So I'm gonna go to the line. I have Bobbie Clark Alexander on the line. She is my life coach, and of course she is yours. And you can follow her on all of her social media platforms, and you can contact her on BeWhoYouBe.com. BeWhoYouBe.com. Bobbie, we are talking new beginnings. It's a new month. It's August. It's the month of new beginnings. We want a new mindset, new focus, new start, new intentions. We want new results. I want new everything. If you want the old, like, stay in the past. The past is the past, like the past. Look. Pew! Next. Mess with me now.
Absolutely, Eileen.
People take my kindness for weakness, I think.
I'm excited about the bike tour.
Yes!
I'm sorry I'm not there to do that. That sounds great. I need some help. But and it's fun at the same time. But wanted to just say good morning to everyone, and I love the topic. But Eileen, when you threw that topic out, that was my immediate first thought was it's like self-awareness. It's like self-assessment. When you're not happy with you, or you feel out of sync, or you feel like you're always behind, or you're always trying to catch up, or you never are where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there.
Wow.
Yes. That's really, it's self-awareness, and I won't say self-assessment, because a lot of people just don't even have that thought pattern to assess themselves, on a weekly or a monthly, and make sure that everything is everything. You have to be aware of your environment, the surroundings, and then innately the globe. Because we no longer live in this country, and we're self-guarded, and that we're now a global highway. Everything is interconnected. So now we have to say, okay, am I relevant?
Wow.
Am I doing things the hard way? Am I doing life conducive to what life really is right now? It is the thing that I am doing every day on a daily, monthly, weekly. Is it going to have me okay this time next year?
Wow. Right, like we talked about, like making a decision now so your future will be different.
Absolutely. You have to be in tune to your environment, your surrounding, and your you. You have to pay attention to what is really going on. See, I'm trying to make it really simple so that everyone will know it's not a hard thing to do, but it's a cognizant thing to do. Mm-hmm. You have to be cognizant that this is a necessity for your life. You know, I do life coaching, so this is where I have to start with a lot of people. A lot of people come to me and they just say simply, I'm just feeling out of place. I'm feeling out of whack. I just don't know if I'm coming or if I'm going, and I just don't know where I am. So it's self-assessment, self-awareness, and knowing, am I able to function and will I be able to function with the days and the times and the way things are moving? Like, for instance, right now, with this country, and we have those illegals that come in the nation, and they come in and they are laborers. That is only going to increase. If you have to think about it, education-wise, it's okay if I don't want to go to a 4-year or 2-year college and, you know, do a desk job, this, that, or if I'm a skilled laborer or whatever, and I don't want to go get trained in a certain field or area, but what am I going to do? You have to find out how are you going to live in the economy and in the world that we have right now. What do? You have people coming in the nation that are willing to do anything and everything for a lower dollar, and then they're doing it well, and they're doing it like they like it.
That really talks about really understanding your path and your role in life. You know, I love it because, yes, there may be someone who comes in and says, you know what, I'm willing to do this particular job at this lower rate, and I enjoy doing what it is that I'm doing. But it really, that self-awareness, as she's bringing it out, makes you really think about, okay, well, what should I be doing with my life? Wow. Where are my skills and talents, and what really brings me joy that I can then give as a service or a product or a creation for somebody else? Because maybe that's not really your role. Just because your dad and your granddad and your great-granddad were in construction doesn't mean you should be in construction.
Y'all speaking to people this morning.
Yes. Exactly. And you know what? And that's absolutely correct. And this is the thing, but this is the catch-all in it. There's passion and then there's talent. And a lot of times your passion is not going to feed you, the thing that you love to do, desire to do, and innately that's inside of you that gives you joy. So you have to identify with a talent that you have, that you can get skilled in, that you can get educated in, that's going to give you the money so that you can get to where you need to be so you can do your passion. You know, like Venus and Serena, okay? They have a talent, and they got skilled and gifted in playing tennis because that's what their father decided was going to happen. But now they're in a position, even though they still play, they're in a position, they're fulfilling all their passions, everything that they want to do. So as individuals, that's something that we must do. You got to know who you are. What is it that you like to do, but what is it that you desire to do is not necessarily an innate passion, but it's a talent that you may have that you can actually get skilled or trained in, so that will give you the coin to do what it is that you passionately want to do.
And that's funny that you say that, Bobbie, because, you know, talking about new beginnings, some people are like, you know, I want to start a new job, I want to start a new side hustle. You know, in New Orleans, you got to have a job and a side hustle. You just got to do it. And so, you know, you're like, and people find that, you know, I'm good at 3 things. You know, just kind of like you're saying, you know, I don't know which way to go. You know, you're confused because I'm so good at these 3 things. And, you know, you come out having, I have a computer repair business, and I have a lawn business, and I have this, and you give your card and you say, I do all of this. And people are like, you a jack of all trades, or are you really doing what, are you a master of nothing? Right, Havilah? And,
right,
you know.
Right, and so, everything has a time and a season. And I always tell people, well, I get this all the time. I mean, so it's a perfect example. A lot of people say I do this, that, and that, but I don't know which one to start with first. And then, of course, you know, I do the assessment and everything. But what I help them to understand about themselves is what's going to make you the coin so that you can live, eat, and have a roof over your head. That breaks it down. That makes it a lot clearer.
Let me do that
What's
first.
going to bring in the most money? So, okay, we get that situated and satisfied. And then the next thing we do is, okay, now while you're working this job and you're making your coins, then what is the thing that you can do on the side and do it right, so that you get your business up off the ground or whatever. And then usually, and I say, okay, now it's going to take you about 5 years to get this situated and it's mastered here, money, and then you build the business on the side and you build it on paper first. You just don't jump out there and do it. And then once that is done, then I say, okay, in about 7 years, we make a 7-year goal plan, and you say, okay, in about 7 years, you can step out with that third thing that's the real passion.
So you can work your 9 to 5, and then you have your 7 to 11.
Yes.
Okay, right, something like that. Yeah, because see, if there's an entrepreneur inside of you, that's going to give you the tenacity and the vigor. You're going to be tired, yes, but it's going to be a good tired. It's going to be a satisfactory tired. And guess what? It's not going to last always. Remember, you sat down and you made a goal plan.
All right, Bobbie, I know you're talking to me. You're like telling me do this from 9 to 5 and go home and write my book from 7 to 11.
Something like that, because that's what I did.
Yeah,
and right now I do like 3-4 different things.
Right. Yeah, because we want to have this is the good life. We want at least 7 streams of income.
Yes,
that's
you
the
do.
Good life.
Yes, you do. And guess what? It does work well, but you start one thing and then you pick up the next thing and then you pick up the next thing. But you can't do everything at one time because it won't be done right. I had to get established. You know how it took me over a year to get established as a life coach. Over a year, going into 2 years. But then when it kicked, did it not kick?
It kicked in. I
had to grind at it, but I had to do other things so that I would have money.
Mm-hmm.
I did speaking engagements so that I can live and eat.
So we want you to open your mind that there are new beginnings. Just because there was a passion or something that you may have put on the side for a little while, you know what? Make sure you're taking care of yourself. I want people to be responsible and take care of their bills. But, don't give up on those things. Like Bobbie said, focus on one, give it your focus, and grow one at a time. You can live the good life and have it all.
Yes, you can.
Final thoughts, Bobbie?
The final thought is don't let anybody tell you who you're not. You know who you are, so be who you be. Don't listen to other folks. They don't live your story.
Bobbie, thank you. I just did a pin drop for you right here. I want to thank you so much. You can find her on BeWhoYouBe.com and follow her on all social media platforms. That is Bobbie Clark Alexander. Bobbie Clark Alexander. I want to thank my brand new Wednesday co-host, Havilah Malone. She will be here the second Wednesday of every month. She has 2 books out right now, How to Become a Publicity Magnet and The Amazing Adventures of Oliver Hill. They are both available on Amazon. If you don't have them, I don't know why. The Amazing Adventures for Oliver Hill. If anybody has children, you really need this book. Tell them what it is really quickly about.
Yes, certainly. So this is actually based on the 17 Principles of Success from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, one of the top 10 best-selling books of all time. So you want to be able to help your children to develop self-discipline, to be able to harness that power of enthusiasm, to use teamwork. It will teach them through amazing, fun stories in this book. So it's actually a release and published by the Napoleon Hill Foundation.
I am so excited. Why do we need to give this to our children? Because we want them to think and grow rich and leave our house. That's what we want. We love them, but we want them to think and grow rich and leave our house. So the book is The Amazing Adventures of Oliver Hill. You can find it on Amazon, and we all need to become a publicity magnet. You can find that on Amazon as well. How to Become a Publicity Magnet. Thank you so much, Havilah Malone, for being one of my brand new co-hosts. I'm really excited. I know, Lee, thank you for the extra minutes. I know I'm going to get in trouble, but I appreciate you, Lee. I love you. It's a good life, y'all. Wellness Wednesday, and we are out.